Hi there, and welcome to 50 Things to Do Before You're 11 3/4. I'm John.
And I'm Poppy, and here's what's coming up on the show today.
In today's show, we're going to be looking at the National Trust's 50 Things to Do Before You're 11 3/4 and putting some kids to the test. We will also be looking at various events and activities the National Trust has planned across the country. Also, we'll be talking about how to get the best of the outdoors even if you live in the city. Today on 50 Things to Do Before You're 11 3/4. Climbing trees, building dens and making mud pies were just a few of my favourite childhood pastimes. However, it seems less and less children would agree with that.
In fact, children are spending 60% less time enjoying the outdoors than their parents did. In an attempt to get kids back in touch with nature, the National Trust has launched an inspiring new campaign of 50 Things to Do Before You're 11 3/4.
Although there's no real age restriction with everything from making a daisy chain to exploring a cave, there's just no excuse to get involved in the action.
And here in the studio today are two very special guests who are going to test this out for us. Rosie and Evie will be ticking some of the activities off their own list by learning about grass trumpets and getting up close and personal with some creepy crawlies.
And they're in right now. Hello girls,
Hiya.
how are you doing?
Hello. Good.
Yeah, brilliant.
I'm just going to ask you a few questions if that's all right. Firstly, do you like to go outdoors?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So why's that then?
Because you get to have fun with friends and explore some stuff.
Yeah.
So how many times a week do you go outdoors with your friends?
10.
10? 10 in 7 days?
Yeah.
Straight
Wow,
answer
that's a
right
lot.
there. Yeah, brilliant. So, come on, so you like going, whereabouts do you like going? You like going at your school playing down there, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that where you normally play with
Yeah.
your friends really, down there? Is that
Play
one?
it and
So what's your favourite game to play with your
Stuck
friends?
in the mud.
Stuck in the mud. I like that game.
I've never heard of it before.
You've never heard?
No, I'm useless at this. Go on, could you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, there's 5 people and they're the hitters, and then the rest have to run. And if the 5 people hit you, you have to stand still. And if not the hitters but the other people will tap you, you're allowed to get free.
Oh, wow.
I'll be rubbish at that. I'm so slow. Terrible.
So what about camping? You ever been camping?
Yeah. No,
No? Why not?
because we're a bit busy at some
Would
point.
you like to go camping though?
Yeah.
Yeah? How come?
Because you can see animals and roast marshmallows.
True.
Sounds like great fun. I really want to do that right now. So, of course, you guys have looked at the 50 things to do before you're
Yeah.
11 3/4. What is the most thing you would really like to do?
build a den.
Build a den.
Yeah.
Yeah, why's that?
Because you get to be creative and build it however you want.
Yeah. And what about you, Rosie?
Play in the snow.
Play in the snow. That's always great fun. Yeah, you really enjoy it. Why do you like doing that?
Because you get to make snowmen and snowballs and do stuff like igloos.
Yeah.
Good at this time of the year.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, at the moment, there's no snow, but we have got some few challenges that you can do to tick off your list. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, brilliant. So we've got leaf trumpets. Am I right with that?
Grass trumpet.
Grass trumpets. I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible. So what do we have to do with this? Let's see what we can... Oh, I've lost
Right.
it.
Basically, you get the piece of grass like this, hold it with 2 thumbs and blow, like a butterfly.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. No.
I'm useless.
1, 2, 3.
No, it's terrible. Why don't you give it a go? We've got some ones for you there, so give it a go. See what you can do. So you gotta put it in... Right,
Oh, not like that.
like that. Like a butterfly. Open up. Yeah. Go on, give it a go.
Almost.
You're close. Give it one more try. Well, we
Good
can
try.
say you attempted to do it. That's not too bad. No, not too bad at all. We've also got another challenge for you. Are you all right with creepy crawlies?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Only a tiny bit.
Only a tiny bit.
That's
Well,
only a tiny bit.
what we've got here, I've got my box of creepy crawlies. You have to find out where are the creepy crawlies in there. Can you see one?
The worm.
Oh, worm.
Oh my God.
Oh, there's another one there. Look, there's a
Woodlouse.
woodlouse as well. There's a lot of few things in there.
Little worm.
Do you want to pick it up?
Go on, see if you can pick it up. I can't do it.
Oh. How does it feel?
It actually feels fine.
Yeah? Go on, you're a lot braver than me.
I'm a lot
You're
braver.
a lot braver than me. We saw a woodlouse here earlier. Oh no, he's gone. I don't know where he's gone now. What else can you see in there?
These snails? A snail? Oh look, there's a snail.
Tell you what.
There's,
Oh, what's that?
There's a snail there.
Oh, that looks like another type of worm thing.
it looks like a maggot. That looks like a maggot.
It's a maggot. I'm not a big fan of maggots. Never liked maggots at all. Well, brilliant. There you go. You've ticked off another challenge. Well done.
We've also got another one for you to do. I've got this thing for you to do called Wild Art. Wild Art's thing where you create artwork out of leaves, trees, twigs, whatever. So you can be creative with it. So what we want you to do is go out, find some bits and bobs that you can make wild art. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. So if we can just go down that way and see what we can do.
The National Trust has scored the country for the best locations to take part, which allows you to find events near you. They've even gone in search for the best tree to climb in the UK. But don't take my word for it. Here's some of the kids we caught up with getting involved in some other activities on offer.
I like to think they're learning some bushcraft skills, such as we're doing the fire lighting and den building. We're going to teach them a bit about animals they'll find in the wood. But apart from that, I think it's also nice to remind them that all this is out here on their doorstep and it doesn't cost any money. All they have to do is come out and have a good time. Show you a few ways you can light fire using not the norm. The kind of battery you find in your fire alarm, please do not take them out your fire alarm to make a fire with. This is something you might find in the shed. This is steel. Some things are things you'll find out in the woods, some things are things you'll find at home. So this is a steel and fire stick, kind of the same as steel and flint. And what they do is press this onto this. They're very good.
There's actually an initiative with the Trust and some partner organisations at the moment to do with just outward play, wild play, just being outdoors, enjoying the natural environment. And this is one of many avenues to try and sort of engage children in this habitat. It's something we'd probably consciously be trying to grow, try and encourage more engagement really.
It's educational and it's practical as well. They're learning very useful skills, they're learning how to handle fires. They've got a sort of sense of adventure really, which helps them and helps to show them how to enjoy the great outdoors, doesn't it?
I didn't really know how many ways you could light a fire. It's really going to help you if you're stuck outdoors. I learned how to distinguish different types of animal skulls.
This is a male fallow deer. This is the biggest deer we have in these woods. The only one bigger in the country is the red deer, which we don't have here, we have in the New Forest. Again, you can see the sight is big, flat teeth it can munch grass with. No meat eating there. The fallow deer also have, in its antlers, they form this sort of flat plate. So if you find a deer skull with antlers, it will give you some idea of what kind of deer it is. What do we think that is? Go for it.
Is it deer?
This is another type of deer. They're not actually native. This is a muntjac. They don't know what our rarest mammal in the whole of the United Kingdom is. This is a Scottish wildcat. Very, very aggressive. So you can see again the massive canines on this, how pointy they are, but they're a meat eater. People forget this is here. It seems such an effort to sort of go out and do this. Really, we want to show it's very easy. All you need is some sticks and stuff to have fun. And just remind them of back to their roots really. You're learning responsibility, you're learning how to manage things. I like to say it'd only be a winter or autumn event. I don't really want them lighting fires in summer, but we do lots of other things as well. We have a big site in the New Forest called Foxbury where we do a lot of recreational events like bushcraft and trails. So we do try and keep it up. I do wild bug hunts, cycle events, as much as we can to get them outside.
I bet there's some stuff there that you wouldn't even have thought about. Now, we mentioned earlier, being active and getting outdoors is good for you physically and also mentally. With us to talk a little bit about the health side of things, this is Stephanie Pointer. Hello, Stephanie. How are you?
Hi, yes, brilliant, thank you.
I'm just going to ask you a few questions, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, firstly, how important is it that children are kept active frequently?
Oh, I think it's incredibly important. Like you said earlier, physical and mental. And it's proven that being out in the outdoors, the fresh air is good for brain development. So, yes.
Yeah, brilliant. So what do you think of the 11 3/4 scheme, and how is it improving on child activities?
I think that the idea for the scheme is absolutely brilliant, and there really is no age limit on getting active, and some of these activities are enjoyed by adults as well. But I definitely think it's good all round for the children, yes, definitely.
So do you think that these sort of activities engage their mind in a positive way?
Oh, without a doubt, because of problem solving mainly, you know. Some of these activities, like the building of rafts and things, they take a lot of skill and a lot of thinking, and that keeps the mind active while keeping active outdoors.
Sure.
Yeah, brilliant. And of course, these are all very useful skills all round.
Yeah.
Do you think any of these skills would be helpful into the near future when they're all grown up and with children of their own?
Oh, definitely. Problem solving, because we're always going to have problems to solve, and incredibly team building.
Yeah.
Working as part of a team and working with other people is definitely important throughout life.
So, from a professional point of view, how do you think these sort of activities would develop the child's social skills?
In my professional opinion, I think that it's vital for children's social skills. Children have to learn to work with people that might not be their friends or that they might not pair up with in class. And having the freedom outdoors to express themselves is the perfect way to encourage social skills. Yeah.
And what other places can you find, other than the 50 Things to Do, what other places can you find around the UK?
Other schemes that I can think of would be for primary schools, is forest schools, which in the more rural areas that have access to forests, they take the children out and they use resources that they find on the ground, like twigs, leaves. They get to build little things while working as part of a team. And for secondary schools would be PGL, which is both in this country and out of this country. Just residential trips where they can work as part of a team, build skills and have fun. So yeah.
Sure. So how would you encourage children to get more involved in schemes like this?
I think giving children choice is the main key there. In activities like Sports Day, for instance, giving children the chance to choose what they want to do is probably the best, and making them more cost effective. You know, not everyone can afford PGL residentials. So yeah.
Oh, well, brilliant. Well, Steph, thank you so much for coming
No
along.
problem.
And the 50 Things to Do, is it a definite yes or no?
Definite yes.
Definite yes. Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Hope you have a great day.
Thank
and
you.
keep spreading the word about it.
Yes, we'll do.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
you.
Cheers.
Now, not everybody lives in the countryside or in a rural area of Britain, but there are still loads of things to do in the city that involve getting outdoors. Now, here's an idea of what you can do in the city to get you started.
If you live in the city and you're wondering how to get the best out of the outdoors, then Southampton is the place for you. With several parks right in the city centre, the outdoors is never too far away. With plenty of activities such as tennis, mini-golf and skateboarding, the possibilities are endless. There are thousands of trees in Southampton. Surely you must be able to climb one of them. Let's find one. Not this one. No, not this one. Not this one either. No, not this one. Ah, this one seems perfect. Now all I need is someone to climb the tree. Oh, Jamie, I didn't know you already climbed this tree. If you're feeling like me, I want to be creative in the park. Why not make some wild art? There are resources everywhere. And for those of you who don't feel like you have an opportunity to explore the outdoors, you never know. There might be a park right on your doorstep. Make sure you're tucked up in bed before it gets cold and dark outside. Oh, Jamie's been climbing trees all day, he must be tired. As a matter of fact, so am I. So, I've been Chris Jones, and this has been your tour of the outdoors.
Now, some of these activities may be hard to do where you live. Luckily, the National Trust has set up a number of activity days all over the country. We're going to pass you over to Callum to give you all the information on activities in the south.
Hi there everybody. So there are loads of activities for you and your family to do, and here is just a few. If you're near Coat Heel, this coming February, you'll be able to stop by and tick some activities off your own list, with things to do like wild art making, cooking on a campfire and other bushcraft activities. These events will be taking place between the 18th and the 20th of February. Likewise, at Stonehenge, between the 20th of February and the 29th of February, you'll be able to go bug hunting, kite flying, tree climbing, bird watching and so much more. Our Junior Rangers Club will be starting on the 21st of September at Tredegar House. This will continue bi-weekly until the end of November, so you've got plenty of time to get stuck in. December the 1st at Dunstable Downs is another fantastic opportunity to explore the great outdoors, so remember to dress for the weather and wrap up well. And our final event will take place at Stockpole on the 27th and the 28th of February. There really is nothing quite like fresh air, exercise and family time. You can't beat the fun that you have in the great outdoors and the fantastic memories you take away with you. We want to encourage kids to get mucky and enjoy everything Mother Nature has to offer. Remember, booking is essential and some activities will only be available for a small price. That's all from me. Callum, back to you guys.
Well, thank you very much, Callum. That's really fascinating stuff. So the National Trust has set up days and sites, especially for the 50 Things project. We're going to show you just a few things that are going on in the south.
And just to remind you that those days are only a fraction of what there is to do in the south of England, let alone the rest of the country. Right, I think it's time to see what our very special guests have managed to do.
So welcome back, and you've done some wild art for us. And if you can see on this table right now, this is incredible.
Brilliant.
Wow! What is it? Go on. It's a den.
A den?
Oh, it's a small den. It's a small den. That's fantastic. Do you think I'll be able to get in there? No? No. Am I too big for it? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, wow. So you both did that together?
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's really good stuff. And I also believe you've got some bits and bobs there as well.
What's that?
Go on, let's have a look at that as well. What have you got there?
It was my...
That was something you did, yeah? What was it? What is it?
It's my beach thingy.
Your beach thingy? What's a beach thingy? Beach thingy. Wow. I'm guessing that means a beach. Do you like going to the beach then, both of you? Yeah? Fantastic. Brilliant stuff. So we'll just quickly look at this quickly. Just have a quick scan. And I believe you've done quite a lot of bits and bobs there.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll be able to get it all done when you're 11 3/4. Only a few years left, you say about 3 years? Brilliant stuff, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming in, guys, and I hope you get it all filled out for you very, very soon as possible. Thank you, cheers.
Brilliant, thanks.
So it seems as though our children are already ticking off the activities in their list and working their way towards and earning their very own Explorer badge. You can have a look at get your own scrapbook and join in on all the outdoors fun through the National Trust website. And we will see you at one of our regular local events, and there are plenty of other ways to get involved. Just check the 50 things to do before your 11 3/4 list and get started. Well, that's all from us. Thanks to our child expert and thank you to our very, very special guests.
And finally, thanks to you at home. And remember,
stay active.